Welcome, everybody, to Boston and APSA 2019. We're so pleased that you're all here. 50th anniversary of APSA, and we have some changes to begin with. Guess what? I'm not going to stand behind this podium. I'm coming out onto the stage, okay, modernizing things a little bit. Before I forget, I do need a clicker. Okay, so we're pleased that you all are here and looking forward to a great meeting. First off, you should know that the City of Boston proclaimed this City of Boston APSA Day. How about that? The 50th anniversary of the American Pediatric Surgical Association celebrates a nationwide commitment and the boundless efforts of all disciplines of pediatric surgery, and whereas the American Pediatric Surgical Association will meet and celebrate this milestone in Boston, Massachusetts, and carry forth their mission to ensure the optimal pediatric surgical care of patients and their families, to promote excellence in the field, and to foster a vibrant and viable community of pediatric surgeons. Now, therefore, I, Martin J. Walsh, Mayor of Boston, hereby proclaim May 19, 2019 to be American Pediatric Surgical Association Day in the City of Boston. I want to introduce our Board of Governors. I'm going to ask them to stand. This Board of Governors works so hard for APSA. Gives all their energy and thoughts to making APSA the greatest organization possible. So I'd like them to stand one at a time, and we'll reserve our applause for after they've all stood up. Jay Vacanti, our president-elect. Henri Ford, our past president. Max Langham, secretary. Mike Chen, treasurer. Jessica Candel, governor. Gail Besner, governor, and Gail is leaving us after contributing so much to the Board of Governors over the past 3 years, and Peter Dillon, governor. And then coming on to the Board of Governors is Ed Barksdale as governor and John Waldhausen, president-elect. Give them a great big round of applause. You can be seated. And we also are honored to have Pediatric Surgery Society chairpersons and presidents from around the world came together yesterday, and we discussed how we could work together to care for children all over the globe. It was a wonderful discussion, and we're honored to have them on the stage as well, and I'd like to introduce all of them. So from the AAP section on surgery, Mary Fallett, and again, we'll hold our applause till the end. The Asian Association of Pediatric Surgery, Annette Jacobson. BAPS, Richard Stewart. The Cambodian Association of Pediatric Surgery, Sari Chitana Chu. And Canadian Association of Pediatric Surgery, Leslie Scott. Ready for this? Cirugía Pediátrico Sur de América. And that's Amadeo Zanatti, CIPASUR, Southern American Pediatric Surgeons. European Pediatric Surgery Association, UPSA, Giovanna Ricci Petitoni. And IPEG, Todd Ponsky, I don't know, there we go, Todd, good job. And PAPS, Eric Weber. And WOFAPS, David Sigalet. Thank you all for joining us. So we have a lot of innovations for this 50th meeting. We'll see how they all work. They're new, they're experimental, and we want your feedback on what you like and what you don't, but we hope it overall will make for a newer, more modern, and better meeting. We increased the abstract acceptance rate from 28% to 42%. How did we do that? We, of course, have our usual plenary sessions. We have simultaneous sessions. But we heard that members don't like simultaneous sessions because they sometimes want to be at one or the other. They're in different rooms. So we're videotaping all the sessions, and they will be available on the website. So if you go to one and you want to see another, you'll be able to do so. We have quick shot presentations. We also have topical abstracts. So for instance, opioids is a very active issue, and we have a session on opioids. And then every content committee, so for instance, cancer or ethics or fetal or whatever it might be, has a breakout session. And almost all those breakout sessions have abstracts in addition to talks. We also have the tech talks, which were top educational content. And the professional development committee, led by Chuck Snyder and Craig Lillihigh and David Powell, have come up with the most important practice gaps or areas in pediatric surgery that you need to know about. And so they're going to be 15-minute updates on the biggest practice gaps in pediatric surgery. And then we're also going to have PED talks. So they're TED-like talks, except it's pediatric surgery, education, and disruption. And one's going to be on artificial intelligence by Mike Muley, on robots by Mark Rabert, and firearm violence by Joe Saccharin. And we're going to have a Robert Gross debate. It's a monk-like debate, and you can look it up on the internet, monk debates that are done in Canada. And it'll be a lot of fun, kind of controversial. And it's going to be off of the be it resolved that you would not encourage your daughter or son to become a pediatric surgeon. How about that? We'll explore and see what everybody thinks. And then we're going to have an innovative presidential address. The banquet is updated. We had a banquet committee. And the banquet committee was led by Ed Barksdale, included Ayla Stanford, Barb Caulkins, Liz Frein, Kurt Heiss, Catherine Hunter, Aaron Perron. Shorter program, no head table, a dessert buffet, complimentary beer and wine all night long, photo booth, and an awesome band. It'd be a lot of fun, so please come. So here's how we're going to celebrate our past. A number of ways, but one is that Dr. O'Neill is going to start today with a talk on the origins of APSA, key factors in the establishment of pediatric surgery and APSA, who did it and how. And then tomorrow we're going to have a roundtable discussion on APSA's past, history of APSA and North American pediatric surgery, and it's moderated by Kristen Zeller, Diana Farmer, Don Nakayama. And so it is going to be a roundtable discussion where we're going to talk about some of the stories of the origin of APSA and pediatric surgery. And then on Tuesday, we have the J. and Margie Grossfeld Presidential Symposium. It's not just a presidential lecture, it's a presidential symposium. I'll be talking Erica Newman, Vic Garcia, and Adam Foss. We'll talk about APSA now. And then on Wednesday, we're going to go into APSA's future, led by Rashni Dasgupta, the future of research, education, and clinical surgery. And Kate Deans, Mike Helmrath, Joe Shapiro, and James Wall will be giving talks. And there are many other activities. So we have asked institutions and societies to send posters. They're on the flat panels. Ben Nwame and Barb Gaines headed that up. Visual arts that are created by our members. Brad Warner organized that. They'll also be on the flat panels. And there'll be performances by our members. Troy Markle has arranged for all of that. And Sean Safford has named all the president's tables, or named the tables at the banquet after presidents instead of having numbers. Kind of cool. So I want you to know that Ed Barksdale is leading up an effort to have a time capsule. There's a mock-up outside. It's about the same size as the time capsule, and next to it is a pad of paper and pen. You can write down ideas of what should be in the time capsule, throw it in there, or let Ed know. The plan is that it will be sealed at APSA 2020 and to be opened at APSA 2070. It'll reside, we're deciding exactly where, but we expect at Boston Children's Hospital, the home of pediatric surgery. So again, give Ed Barksdale your suggestions of what ought to be in the time capsule. So with each of our sessions, we're going to have a tribute to an original APSA organizing member or a past president. And we also are including others who we recognize for gender, race, or for other reasons didn't have an opportunity to be a president or leader of APSA. And these include Barbara Barlow, Benji Brooks, James Denzler, who's going to be recognized today, Louis Schnaffer, Rowena Spencer, and Jesse Turnberg. So these will be 2 to 3 minutes sometime during almost every session during our few days here together. Now, we didn't have enough sessions for all of the presidents, so we'll call them the modern, latest 15 presidents are not going to have a tribute, so I'd like for them, when I call them, to stand up and be recognized for all that they have done and contributed to APSA. And starting with Brad Rogers. I don't know if we can bring up the lights so that we can see. Brad Rogers, Bob Talukian, Pat Donahoe, Maury Ziegler, Mike Harrison, Keith Georgeson, Marshall Schwartz, Bob Schamberger, Keith Oldham, Tom Crummell. I think Tom is getting an award today and is not here. Mike Klein, Mary Fallett, Diana Farmer, Henri Ford, and these are all of the recent presidents, and I want to pay tribute to them and for all that they have done for our society. So I want to recognize an individual who needs to be a member of APSA, and it's James Denzler. Dr. Denzler trained in general surgery at the U.S. Public Health Hospital in Staten Island. He did his fellowship in pediatric surgery at United Hospitals of Newark. He started practice in 1969. In 1974, he joined the Morehouse University and remained faculty at Morehouse until his retirement. He is the first African-American pediatric surgery in the United States and the first African-American to be a member of the section on surgery of the AAP. He has never been a member of APSA, and today we are correcting that. And the Board of Governors was proud to vote him as a full member of APSA, and we're bestowing that on him today. Thank you. Thank you. Look out there.
Thank the President Hirschl and the Board of Governors for giving me this honor. And I have a lot of other things to say, but it's been redacted.
Thank you. So I don't know if Dr. Herndon is here. I think not. I'm still going to recognize him. Dr. Herndon is receiving honorary membership in APSA. He, in 1981, became the director of Shriners Hospital for Children in Galveston, and is world-renowned for... Oh, there he is. Come on up, David. I'm glad you come on up. Glad you're here. He's world-renowned for his... You like what I'm saying. He's world-renowned for his treatment of burn injuries. He really has advanced the science of burn care. He's funded by the NIH since 1983. What a phenomenal period of time that is to be funded. Much due to his work, in the 1980s, children with a 99% burn had a 1% survival. And today they have a 50% survival. He's written 1,090 papers. He's a leader in American surgery. He was on the board of surgery, and we were actually on the RRC together. He's trained nearly 200 postdoctoral fellows in burn care. And because of all of his magnificent work in burn surgery, as well as that in taking care of thousands of children, we are the Board of Governors was proud to bestow upon Dr. Herndon honorary membership. You're very welcome. You bet. So I want to recognize some big contributions to our 50th celebration. The first is that now Phil Glick, at 25, when APSA was 25, developed a great compendium of all the genealogy of APSA. And now at 50th anniversary, he's updated it. And he, along with Mike Chen, Tony Escobar, Dan Weiner, Sarah Sapienza, and Vincent Mortellaro, all edited a really wonderful book on the genealogy of North American pediatric surgery. All of you have a ticket. You can pick up a copy of that book. I want to call out Dan for a couple reasons. One is that he took all of the first 25 years and put it online into a academic tree genealogy site. And then he arranged for all of the programs to send him the next 25 years, and it's all online and can continuously now be updated. He did this in honor of his wife, Aviva Catz. Now, a lot of you know Aviva. She passed away last January 2018. She was an associate professor of surgery at the University of Pittsburgh, an accomplished pediatric surgeon, and she was a brilliant ethicist. She loved ethics. She was chair of the APSA Ethics Committee, and posthumously, she was receiving the William G. Bartholomew Award for Ethical Excellence by the AAP section. She also was a passionate figure skater and loved to skate. And so Daniel, in honor of her, has done all this work. He's not a pediatric surgeon. He's a pediatric pulmonologist, and he's done all this work for pediatric surgery in her honor. You can go ahead and go to this website, www.academictree.org. If you pull out your phone real quick and you open up the photography part of it, you can take a picture of that QR code. I'm going to leave it up there just for a few minutes, and so that you can go to the website, you can go look yourself up, you can look everybody else up. It's a fantastic online genealogy of pediatric surgery. And I want to have a round of applause for Aviva and for her children who are here, and Daniel. And Aviva is also having a tribute as well in the ethics session. Okay, the 50th anniversary book. Mary Fallett developed this as a tribute to Judd Randolph. She had a lot of help in the form of Krista Walker, who was her daughter, who did a lot of the graphics art. David Powell, Don Nakayama, Whit Holcomb, and also from all of you that donated photos and other content. It's just a wonderful compendium of the history of pediatric surgery. Goes through all the various times in our history, as well as going through the different presidents. Now, it was supposed to be delivered, and the publisher has it printed, and the binding machine broke, and so we're supposed to be here on Wednesday. And if it is, we'll give it to everybody who's here. And if not, we're going to somehow figure out how to get it to all of you, so you have this, this memory of our 50th anniversary meeting. If you want, on your computer, and not right now, because if we all did this, it would bring down our Wi-Fi. You can go to Pediatric Surgery Library, which is pedsurgelibrary.com, and you can, if you look at the lower left, you'll see APSA handbooks and publications, and if you go there, you'll see Saving Lifetimes, APSA's 50th, and you can download a copy of the book. Okay, so we're going to transition now. Thank you to all of our honored guests, and we're going to transition now to our next segment of our meeting. And first, we have some thank you and meeting announcements. So thank you all. While we're setting up for the next session, I wanted to tell you a couple of other kind of cool things that have happened here in Boston. The first is that we received a City of Boston street sign. It's not going to be put up on an actual street, but it is an actual City of Boston street sign. It's named APSA Avenue. Now, I texted Lou Marmon and I said, what do you think we should name this? And the amazing thing is, what I'm going to show you came back after about 20 minutes. And that is, he said, well, the choices are Appy Avenue, Wandering Spleen Way, Pyloric Place, Pectus Plaza, Gastrostomy Gulch, Cholecystitis Court, Hernia Highway, Biliary Boulevard, Thyroglossal Thruway, Pilonidal Parkway, Diaphragmatic Drive, I like this, Stoma Street, I love this one, Phimosis Freeway, Branchial Byway, Torticollis Terrace, Lipoma Lane, and Atresia Alley. So, Lou, man, you are so clever. Is Don Nakayama in the audience? Back somewhere, is he? Okay, can't see, but okay. So you all, over the last months, have been reading vignettes by Don Nakayama. And you know that he has put so much time and so much effort, not only in researching, but in writing these vignettes. And he's done just a fantastic job, huge contribution to APSA. And I want to give him a big round of applause for all the work he's done. And the Board of Governors appointed Don as the new chair of our History Committee. We thought it was very deserving. And in September, when we seek individuals for committees, we'll be asking for those that are interested to be on the committee. We also have established an Our Heritage section on the website. And the purpose of this is to take all the vignettes, take all the tributes, take everything that we're collecting around our history, all the videos and other paraphernalia, and we're going to have it available on our website, so it'll always be around to be perused and to enjoyed for years to come. So, yeah, I'd like Casey Caulkins to stand if he's in the audience. I know Casey is. He's going to be over there somewhere. So Casey is the program committee chair, and of course, with the program committee, he has done just an unbelievable lion's share of the work to putting together this fabulous program and coordinating everything and making it all work. And so I want to give him a really big round of applause. And others who have done amazing work are Maury Ziegler and Lou Marmon, 50th Anniversary Committee, and Mike Klein, the Legacy Project, videotaping our senior members of the profession. And then I also just want to pay gratitude for those over the past year who have helped me with the program, calling up and saying, what do you think about this? Do you have any ideas who would be good for that? And just bouncing ideas off of my good friends who always took my phone calls and always were eager to give me their thoughts and advice. And then Leanne, where are you? You were sitting right there, but she's off working. Oh, in the back, Leanne, Marina, and Megan, and all the rest. I really want to take a moment and thank them. Can't believe how hard they work. It's all year long. It's not just the week or two before. The entire year, this meeting gets set up and planned, and in all the details. And it's largely because of their efforts and their work. So let's also give them a big round of applause. Thank you. We have 9 institutional Diamond supporters. They are Boston Children's Hospital of LA, Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, Children's Mercy Kansas City, C.S. Mott Children's Hospital, Nationwide Children's, Riley Children's, Seattle Children's, and St. Louis Children's. They each gave $10,000 to APSA so that we could have a fantastic meeting. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, here's the hard part. Our industry sponsors and exhibitors give us $111,000. That's a lot of money. And what I want to encourage you to do is when you go into the exhibits, please go by and look at what they have, talk to them, just visit. Everybody in here visited 2 or 3. It would be so meaningful to them, and they do contribute a lot to us. And not only that, but they're also developing the products which we end up using to take care of children. So please think about that, and I want to acknowledge our platinum supporter, which is $25,000, BioStage, and our silver supporter, Karl Storz Endoscopy, as well as our other sponsors, Boulder Surgical, Just Right Surgical, Driscoll Children's Health, Geisinger, Marmed Inc., and TMC Healthcare. So thank you to all of them for supporting us.